Most people don't realize just how many different audiences that they can target on Pinterest. When they think about Pinterest ads, they think that they just are not as robust or not worth the investment because it's not like Facebook ads. But I'm here to tell you, I'm here to just put that to bed, that Pinterest has a very robust ability to target audiences on Pinterest that you may not know about. And that's exactly what we're diving into in today's video, is all things Pinterest audience related and how you can build effective Pinterest audiences to run your ads to. So, if that's what you're interested in learning, then stick around because we're about to dive deep into that. But before we dive in, hello, I'm Heather Ferris and I run a Pinterest marketing agency where I help creative business owners and e-commerce shops to build and scale strategic Pinterest marketing strategies. So, now that you know who I am, hello. If you're new here, please subscribe. We drop weekly videos every Monday, just like today, and we are here for you. So make sure you get subscribed so you get alerts for all of our new weekly videos. If you're returning, hi, welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. So why don't we just dive into today's video? I have my outline on my phone today because I didn't have enough room on a sticky note to write it out. So let's just dive into Pinterest audiences, and you can walk away from this video knowing exactly what kind of audiences you can create and start running your ads to, including my favorite method, which we'll go into at the end. So, Pinterest ads aren't like Facebook ads at all. You cannot target people, you can't target pages, but there are various different ways you can target different audiences on Pinterest. So let's dive into those just high level first. The first way that you can target on Pinterest is interest-based. There are 24 different interests, and each one of those interests has more interests. I'm going to say interest a whole lot. They have even more nestled underneath where you can get even more nitty-gritty and like refined. So there's 24 main interests that you can target. You can also target keywords. Pinterest suggests starting with 25 keywords. Now, keyword targeting you can do in various different ways. You can do phrase match, exact match, or broad match. So if you need more on that, we can cover that in another video. And then the last way is audience targeting, and audience targeting opens up another entire umbrella of different targeting options. So you can target people who have been to your website, which we've talked about in our retargeting video. You can click to watch that one. You can target people that you've uploaded to Pinterest, so an email list, a buyer list, anything like that, like email lists that you want to upload. Then there's engagement and act-alike audiences. Engagement audiences are really meant for people who have already engaged or shown interest in your content on Pinterest already. Then there's so many other different ways within the engagement audience creation process that you can even define it further, like people who have engaged with specific pins. You can put another pin in front of them. People who have visited certain pages on your website or liked, comment, sent your pin to someone. I'm telling you, it gets very defined the further into the audience creation process that you get. The last way that you can create audiences on Pinterest is an act-alike audience, aka look-alike. Act-alike, look-alike, same difference, same type of audience, two different terms. If you're coming from Facebook, it's a look-alike. If you are new to ads altogether, Pinterest calls it an act-alike, where you can create a custom audience in your audience's dashboard and create an audience based on that audience. So again, very similar to Facebook in that way. Now that we've talked a little bit about the type of audiences that you can create, I want to talk to you about creating custom audiences on Pinterest that you can target and doing it very strategically. So when my clients come to me in the beginning and they are ready to start running ads, most of the time they've already ran ads on Facebook or they have an established email list, and we can then take that data and use it on Pinterest. And we can do this in a couple different ways. The first way is to create audiences like our retargeting audience. I talked about that in a previous video where we can create an audience of people based on your pixel data and put pins back in front of those people specifically. Now, the other way that my clients come to me and I create custom audiences from the beginning is by creating and uploading lists of people. We upload a list in a couple different segments of people from their website or their email list. So the first method is to upload all of their email list subscribers. Now, if you want to target a specific offer to a specific segment in your audience, you can definitely upload specific segments of people, like anyone on your list that has purchased from you in the past. They've purchased from you once, they're more likely to purchase from you again, so you can even define it in that way. Now, one of the ways that I like to actually target for customers or for my clients is to put specific segments into specific audiences and then target those ads to those people. I also create act-alike audiences based on that list of people and use conversion campaigns for top of funnel ads to send to new people that are similar to our audiences, but that are not exactly ours. So that's a few different ways and a few different strategies that you can target from the beginning if you're just starting out with creating Pinterest ads, you're just getting your feet wet. Now, one thing that I like to tell all of our clients and our students, and most people don't realize that this is even an option, is to use the Audience Insights tool. The Audience Insights tool is there for you to learn more about your audience. It will tell you based on gender, age, location, device, and then it will also give you information based on interests. Now, this is where my favorite audience build actually comes in and where I prefer to hang out when it comes to audience interests. Now, fun little fact that most people don't know is you can upload a custom list. So if you upload a custom list of people to your audiences manager in Pinterest, you can then contact Pinterest. So if you don't have a Pinterest rep already, you can hit the little help icon at the bottom of the screen in your Pinterest ads manager and say, contact an ads manager or whatever. Get yourself in contact with an ads manager or Pinterest rep at Pinterest and ask them to request insights on your custom audience. I do this for all of our customers or all of our clients that come in brand new if they've already been running ads in the past or if they've already been selling products in the past. These two things are vital for me to create this custom audience. Now, you may be wondering, well, what does this do for me? Well, it's wonderful. So instead of just using the conversion strategy that I talked about in our conversion YouTube video months back, where you take your most popular interests on Pinterest and you put them into an ad group, you take and upload that custom list of people to the platform, and then you will request audience insights on them. And then once you have those audience insights, you use those interests, those demographics and locations to create your ad group. Now, that's where it gets super fun because you already are starting to understand more information about this group of people. So it's like a really good seed audience that you can use to then build off of. And you don't need to start running ads cold or broad from the top and then learn more about them as the ads go on. You're not necessarily needing to spend all of that money up front to learn about your cold audience. If you have a warm audience you can use as a seed audience to start your conversion campaign or your traffic campaign, you will see oftentimes more results or better results faster because you're targeting your ads to those people from the beginning. Now, that's my sneaky little tip for running ads, specifically conversion campaigns on Pinterest, especially if you already have an audience, if you already have an email list, and you really just want to get targeted and detailed from the beginning. Use your audience insights. Do not be afraid to create a campaign just where you're targeting interests only I love targeting interests only. I was very skeptical of doing it about a year ago when I started doing it, when my ads manager told me, hey Heather, let's just do an interest only campaign for this client and let's spend $5,000 of their budget this month. It freaked me out. But in the beginning, I think it's really, really important, especially if you're looking to really scale ads on Pinterest, to learn more about your audience from the beginning. So if you can get that foot in the door from the get-go and already have a warm list you can upload and request audience insights on, great. If you don't and you're just starting brand new and you need to build that warm audience, fine. That's fine. Go ahead and get your top of funnel ads running, capture those emails that are coming from Pinterest, and then upload that email list once you have, I would say, at least 1,000 people on it. Upload that list to Pinterest and then get that audience insights report from your ads manager. I think it will do you a world of wonder, whatever that phrase is. All right, so let's just revisit just really quick because I went through the other audience methods really fast. So you have interests, keyword targeting, and then you have specific audiences that you can target. So if you need to hear those again, just rewind a little bit, go listen to it again, and let me know in the comments what your audience preference is if you're gonna start running ads. What audiences are you creating and how are you running ads to those people? And I'd love to hear about your results too. I have people emailing me pretty consistently these days since watching my Pinterest ads videos, letting me know that they've started running ads and they're starting to see some success. So that's always fun to hear. So make sure you let me know. And that's really it for this week's video. I wanted it to be really simple, really to the point, no fluff. I'm never really into the whole fluff thing. I just want to give you the meat and the potatoes, and then you take it and implement it. So create your audiences before you start running ads, especially your custom audiences that you are uploading to Pinterest, because those will take oftentimes up to 24 hours to populate, and get going on them. If you liked this week's video about Pinterest audiences, make sure you head over and watch our Pinterest ads playlist where I talk about conversion campaigns, traffic campaigns, creating retargeting ads, and more. So make sure you go and watch that video, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here, and I will see you next week.